Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So, of course, in today's video, I want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys an update on what is exactly happening with Bitcoin today. And of course, not just Bitcoin, but of course, the entire cryptocurrency market. So before we get into this video, guys, give it a quick little thumbs up and of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. We are in fact on the road to hitting 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys are in fact, in the crypto space, right, and if you guys are in fact, crypto investors or even traders, please consider subscribing because on my YouTube channel, I talk everything crypto, right? I am in fact an investor just like you guys, and of course trade, right? I do in fact trade with crypto as well every now and then, okay? But I'm more of a investor into this market. But overall, okay, we're here to make that money, guys. Okay, and Bitcoin right now, you guys can clearly see, is in fact still above $30,000. So you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin for the past few days now, I want to say 4 days, has in fact been consolidating at $30,000 pretty much, right? You guys can just clearly see that. So Bitcoin is still holding up very, very strong. Okay, and who knows where Bitcoin will potentially, go, right, in the next few days or in the next week or so, right? We could potentially see Bitcoin have a breakout back up to $31,000 and continue to the upside, right? Another leg up, or we could potentially see Bitcoin continue, to consolidate, or we could potentially see Bitcoin, okay, have another small correction, down to the downside, right? Time will tell, we will see. But so far, Bitcoin is still holding up very, very strong. Now, the market today, right, overall is looking, a bit not as great as yesterday, right? Yesterday, okay, we actually saw Bitcoin not really move, but altcoins were in fact moving, especially, Bitcoin Cash. But altcoins today, right, for the past 24 hours are in fact having a slight drop. You guys can clearly see that, right? Polygon is down 5%, Polkadot 2%, Litecoin 3%, Solana 2%, Dogecoin 1%, Cardano 3%, right? And, Bitcoin and Ethereum are both down 1% for the past 24 hours. So overall, okay, we are in fact seeing a slight drop. Overall, the market is down 1.11%. Okay, so over 1%. But it's still fine, everything is still holding up very, very well in my opinion. So in this video, guys, I really want to mainly talk about this. Okay, so this is a list, by the way, shout out to Bitcoin Therapist. Okay, this makes it so much easier. But it's very simple. You guys can clearly see, we know that a lot of institutions out there have in fact been filing for Bitcoin ETFs and in fact in general coming in the crypto space, right, becoming crypto pro, right, and they are in fact coming in the space. Okay, so you guys can clearly see all the institutions, and these are the big guys, right, the big institutions, right? We have BlackRock. Okay, you guys can clearly see 9 trillion, sorry, not 9 billion, 9 trillion. Okay, this was a total of $27 trillion coming in for Bitcoin and crypto in general, right? But mainly Bitcoin, okay? But you guys can clearly see BlackRock. Okay, I thought this was 9 billion, but it's way more than that, right? 9 trillion, guys. Okay, 9 trillion for BlackRock. Okay, we know they're in fact partnered with Coinbase, which is absolutely amazing. And then we saw, about a week ago, Fidelity, right? 4 trillion for them. And then you guys can clearly see other institutions, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, Invesco, and Bank of America. And total assets, $27 trillion coming into Bitcoin. And this is why, guys, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin for the past, few days, few weeks, even for the past few months, right, pumping. You know what I mean? Especially recently, right, when we saw Bitcoin absolutely pump. I reckon BlackRock, okay, was secretly, buying in the Bitcoin dip. Something to do with, Bitcoin ETFs, right? That's what a lot of rumors are in fact saying. And that's what people are in fact predicting. That's why we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin pump. And many more other banks we know, right, in the past are in fact coming into Bitcoin and crypto. So it seems like a lot of banks and different institutions are in fact coming in to the crypto space in general. You know what I mean? So this is absolutely very, very, very bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, obviously, right? For crypto in general. So tell me right now, guys, right? This is not even all of them. You know what I mean? These are in fact the big institutions. It's not even all of them, right? So this is literally just $27 trillion Let me repeat that. $27 trillion coming in to Bitcoin. Okay. And BlackRock is obviously the big ones, right? $9 trillion, right? Bitcoin spot ETFs. And they are in fact partnered with Coinbase. We know that, right? So this is absolutely amazing to see. And you guys probably can't even see the whole list because my camera's probably in the way, but you guys can clearly see that, right? BlackRock, Fidelity, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, Invesco, and Bank of America. Total assets $27 trillion. Absolutely amazing, right? And I feel like a lot more institutions will come into Bitcoin, right? And just crypto in general. Okay. And this is obviously going to leave a spike, okay, and give, a little spike for, the next bull market, right? It's going to give that little push, okay, for the next, Bitcoin bull run, and of course the next crypto, bull run as well, right? Because we know we are about to, pump, okay? We know the halving is obviously about to happen for Bitcoin. Once that happens, we're going to see a Bitcoin pump. So it's looking very, very good for the crypto space, right, guys? It really, really is. A lot of institutions and different banks and whatnot are in fact coming in to crypto, right? Especially Bitcoin. So it's looking pretty good, right? Now, let me show you guys a fair few charts in this video. So right here, when we saw Bitcoin actually breaking out of $31,000, it went all the way up to around $31.4 thousand, almost $31.5 thousand, and then it actually had a fake out, right? And it dropped back down below 30K. You guys can clearly see that, right? And it continued to go down, back down below once again. You guys can clearly see that. And now it's pumping back up, right? And we also saw Bitcoin once again, pump back up, touching $31,000, right? So you guys have to understand, you know what I mean? Like, this could be a bearish retest, sorry, right? Oh, this is not even the price. This is the market cap. Okay, let's just get rid of that. I thought that was the price. Okay, let's just get rid of that. All right, let's just move on to this chart. I wasn't supposed to show you guys that chart. Oh, that was funny. But let me show you guys this chart. I showed you guys a similar chart, similar one to this one, like what I showed you guys yesterday. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, even in my stream, my most recent stream, I showed you guys a similar chart to this one, but this one just came out like a couple of hours ago, okay? And you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin, okay, I'm a big believer of history, repeating itself, right? Sort of rhyming in a way, okay? And this chart really does show you guys that. So we saw Bitcoin drop, okay, back in November because of, what happened with FTX. You guys probably can't see that, but it's right there. Okay, we saw this drop, and then Bitcoin was in fact consolidating for a fair bit right here around November and December. And then we actually saw it pump, right? We saw it pump up, okay, and it continued to pump up. It had a little correction, and then it pumped again, and then it had, another massive correction back down to the downside, all the way back down to around $20,000, just below 20K. It went down to like around 19.8K, and then it absolutely bounced back up, breaking this line right here, right? Back up to this line. This is, I guess you can call it a resistance line. Break above it, reaching obviously a new all-time high, right, for 2023. Then of course it reached, $31,000, and that's when we saw Bitcoin after we saw it reach 31K, we saw it have this slow downtrend for the next few weeks, right? And then all of a sudden, yes, we saw Bitcoin pump once again back up to $31,000. So you guys can clearly see it is in fact back up at its resistance line. And in the past, for the past few months, you guys can clearly see every single time it touches back up to the resistance line, it continues to pump up to the upside. And that is exactly what we will in fact see for Bitcoin, okay, very, very soon, guys. Okay, so be excited for that. And the next Bitcoin pump is in fact coming. And it's a magnet, right? $35,000 is very, very possible. I made a video about this, Bitcoin reaching $35,000. Bitcoin will in fact have a breakout, okay, of, $31,000. And we will in fact see Bitcoin reach back up to $35,000 very, very soon. Okay, I made a video about this. I've been talking about this many times, and that's very realistic, right? And the next, price target for Bitcoin, once we see Bitcoin actually break above, back up to $31,000 and breaks above that, right? If we see Bitcoin back up at 32K, 33K, we're gonna see 35K. Okay, it will continue to rally up. Now, a lot of people are in fact saying that Bitcoin, right, and not just Bitcoin, but also Ethereum and a fair few other altcoins in the market will in fact have a collapse. Now, yes, that's very possible, right? It's very possible. We know Bitcoin is in fact sort of consolidating right now at this level of $30,000. But if Bitcoin, okay, were to have a collapse in other altcoins as well, it wouldn't be anything too major, right? It wouldn't be anything too big, right? Anything too serious, right? We could potentially see Bitcoin, drop to like 29,000 or 28,000 or maybe even 27K max, right? I don't see it going back down below 27K ever again, 26K and 25K. I don't think that's gonna happen at this point, right? So I really do believe, yes, we could potentially see Bitcoin, if it doesn't pump back up to $31,000, reach back up to 31K, and of course, continue to pump from there on, right? Then yes, we could potentially see Bitcoin have a correction back down to the downside, and that's still very, very possible, guys. Okay, it really, really is. Time will tell. We will see. Obviously, I will in fact keep you guys updated on that. But personally, okay, I think yes, we could potentially see Bitcoin have smaller corrections down to the downside to 29K, 28K, 27K, but then it's just going to shoot back up to 30K and continue on from there. Or we could potentially see Bitcoin just continue to pump up to the upside. We might not even see a correction back down to 29K. Okay, we will see, right? We will see. So this chart right here indicates that we are in fact seeing a crossing midline. Okay, and I've never heard of this, right? Let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever heard of this crossing midline, but I've never heard of it personally, right? So what happened in 2015, pretty much the exact same exact thing that happened right now is what's happening, what happened in 2015, right? And pretty much, right, that path led to pretty much Bitcoin pumping. So what we're seeing right now with this crossing midline, okay, is what's happening right now. What happened in 2015 is pretty much what's happening right now. So we could potentially see Bitcoin have a pump up to the upside. Right, so a bull run very, very soon seems like for Bitcoin, right? And this is very, very bullish. I hope you guys can see this chart, right? You guys can just clearly see that right there, right? 2015, what happened right here? We had this crossing midline, okay? And once that happened, we saw Bitcoin absolutely pump, okay? And of 2017, we know what happened in the year 2017. Bitcoin was absolutely pumping, reaching, $19,000, creating a new all-time high for that moment at that very time. And then obviously had a correction, so then 2021 came along, and obviously we know what happened in 2021. It was pumping, and then it dropped, and it's gonna pump again, right? It's a whole cycle, guys. Okay, so please understand that. It's looking pretty good for Bitcoin right now. Now, to end of this video, I want to, of course, give you guys a little update on the Fin Greed Index. Okay, we are still in greed mode. In fact, we have gone up slightly a bit more than yesterday. Okay, yesterday we were in fact at 59. Today is at 62. So obviously it's gone up slightly, okay, by 3. And we're still in greed mode. So that's absolutely amazing to see. For the past few days, we have in fact been greed mode, right? You guys can clearly see it right now. We're in greed mode. Yesterday we were in greed mode. Last week we were in fact in greed mode. And last month we're actually in neutral. Right, so it's great to see that the Fin Greed Index is affecting some greed. It feels like everyone right now is sort of feeling greedy with Bitcoin and crypto, which is absolutely amazing to see. So that's that, guys. That's that for today's video. I just really wanted to give you guys a little update on what's happening with Bitcoin. And of course, I will obviously keep you guys updated. More videos will in fact be coming your way today, guys. So stay tuned for that. But on that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.